focus. Ideate, innovate, enable.
In a consumer-driven world, we are spoiled for choice. It is thus essential for brands to build a strong marketing strategy to make a connect with the consumer. Taking heed of the crucial role that marketing plays, we're on a mission to handpick India's best future marketeers. Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 8. After travelling across 9 of India's top P schools, we have now reached IIM Calcutta. But before we head on to the competition, let's take a quick look at what L.I.M.E is all about.
Welcome to the grand finale of Hindustan Unilever and CNBC TV 18's Lessons in Marketing Excellence. Who's the core target audience?
We are just targeting on investors,
potential suppliers, straight road checkpoints. We are assuming 2022, but what next?
I have better answers. We will think about it.
Very effective in terms of the 8th chapter.
Budding marketeers to come out with creative ideas.
CNBC TV 18 and Hindustan Unilever have partnered over the last 8 years to bring together India's top P school students. The aim is to generate fresh marketing ideas and promote industry interaction. Every campus is presented with a real-life case study and contestants have to come up with innovative solutions to specific challenges. 5 teams at each campus are selected to be part of an executive pitch. 2 teams are further shortlisted for an in-depth interaction with the jury. Every campus has 1 winning team. 15 teams make it to the national level semi-finals. 3 top teams then battle it out at the grand finale. It's a competition that has now gained enduring appeal, a must-do for B school students year after year. Every season of L.I.M.E is characterized by a theme different from the previous, and that's what makes L.I.M.E unique year after year. This time, it's brands with a purpose. Contestants will have to address real-life challenges faced by a specified brand and offer solutions, keeping in mind the purpose the company strives to achieve. So let's find out about the brand challenge that contestants at IIM Calcutta are gearing up for. Needless blindness. It's a condition that Aravind Eye Care has been working to eliminate. What started as an eye clinic in the 1970s in Madurai has now expanded to 10 hospitals across Tamil Nadu.
The magnitude of blindness in the country is very huge. Over the last 4 decades, we have seen 46 million outpatients in our institutions and operated on 5.5 million patients. So all this growth is because of the self-sustainable financial model, which has helped us to provide a compassionate and quality eye care to rich and poor alike.
The institute has been successful in tackling eye diseases such as cataract and refractive error. But the challenge is ailments that do not show symptoms at early stages. Retinopathy of prematurity, which can affect premature babies, and diabetic retinopathy in diabetics are causes of concern. Effective strategies to tackle these are what the contestants of Lessons in Marketing Excellence have to work on.
The contestants of L.I.M.E should be able to identify the stakeholders and target groups who can reach the patients at an early stage. The contestants should have researched the nature of the pediatric, the neonatal and the diabetic services that are available in our country, both in a rural as well as in an urban setup. After that, they should be able to design an intervention to reach these target groups and then design an effective screening and referral mechanism for these patients.
All this towards building mechanisms for effective and timely screenings to prevent needless loss of vision for millions of people. while working towards eliminating needless blindness, a noble cause indeed. Now, IIM Calcutta is the first triple accredited business school in India. It's now part of the select few numbers of institutes around the world that have been accredited by the three largest and the most influential worldwide B-School accreditation associations. Well, an institute boasting such laurels must have something interesting to offer at L.I.M.E. As we make our way to the competition, here's a quick look around the campus and an introduction to the teams.
Submissions.
We got to run.
Placement classes.
We got to run.
Classes.
We got to run.
Then let's start running.
Guys, we are running late. The campus of Seven Lake is all about running towards perfection. And we are
Team Lake Runners.
Oh my god, a wild Pokemon is approaching me. Pokemon, rush me. I choose you. Defend me. I'm not a Pokemon. I'm from Joka and we are Team Pokemon Go.
Hey, do you know who are the masters of the market in Indian FMCG?
Well, obviously, it's HUL.
And do you know what the Germans call the masters of the market?
I think they call them the market meisters.
Well, yeah, and that's who we are. We are Team
Market Meisters.
She is the IR1 of IIM Calcutta, which we fondly call Joker. You take this mind out of here, you have the beautiful mind.
We are
Team Beautiful Minds of Joker. So, if you have not guessed it till now,
our team name is
Team.
After the break, catch Team Jokamon Go face the jury. Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 8 has made a pit stop at IIM Calcutta. It's crunch time now and the teams are raring to go. Well, it's time to get started with the executive pitch. But before we begin, let me introduce you to the members of the jury. We have Dr. Renu P. Rajan, Consultant, Vitreoretinal Services at Aravind Eye Hospital, Madurai. Vipul Mathur, Category Head, Mass and Mid-Fabric Wash at Hindustan Unilever. And Anant Rangaswamy from CNBC TV 18. First up to present is the beautiful minds of Joka. Can we please have you on stage for your presentation? Team, the beautiful minds of Joka, you're the first one to present. I hope you're all raring to go.
Definitely.
Alright, before you begin, let me tell you that you have exactly 2 minutes to finish your presentation. So good luck and your time starts now. All teams made their presentations at the executive pitch, but only 2 teams will make it to the next round.
We also propose to use our Anganwadi workers in rural areas to check babies for symptoms.
For general awareness, we will be using traditional channels like TV and newspapers.
To prepare a consolidated list of diabetic patients who will then be sent personalized pamphlets to check up counts.
We have designed a 3-phase program with the first phase called IIM, focusing on public awareness using 360-degree marketing campaigns.
What we did is we listed down all the stakeholders, identified the relevant touch points.
We propose to create an extensive network of screening facilities.
We understand and making doctors aware of the risks of primary concern, and hence we will be leveraging IIMA mailing list.
Well, the scores have been tabulated and now comes the turning point in the competition. Here on, only 2 teams will be competing in the next round at IIM Calcutta. So the top 2 teams to make it to the next round are Jokamon Go and Lake Runners. Congratulations, Jokamon Go. You have battled the first round and now I hope you're all set for the last hurdle. But before you begin, here's a quick recap of the rules. You have exactly 3 minutes to finish your presentation, after which the buzzer will sound out and that's when you have to stop. After that, you will engage in a question-answer round with the judges, so remember to stay put once your presentation is done. All the best and your time starts now.
India hosts 63 million diabetics, out of which 20% suffer from DR. Yet, only 49% of those are aware, with poor awareness among the diabetes care providers itself. 3.6 million preterm births, yet only 43% are aware about the possibility of ROP. To address this, the approach we followed is primary and secondary research, post which we got certain insights. While facts like low patient-to-doctor ratio, lack of trained professionals for diagnosing, poor counseling services, lack of facilities at PHCs emerge as the supply-side barriers, resistance to screening due to lack of awareness and negative attitude, financial constraints, fear of future side effects, and lack of family support emerge as the demand-side barriers. The target group we've identified is the urban poor and rural population of Tamil Nadu.
We propose a two-pronged strategy. Phase 1 spanning over 8 weeks with the objective of increasing public awareness. We have a 360-degree marketing campaign with the objective of increasing the public awareness. The first one, the Netra video campaign connecting with the expectant and the new parents with an objective of inducing need for screening and treatment. The tagline of which is, Netra ke mata pita ne uske sapne pure kar diye, ab aapki bari. The second one, Swasth Parivar, Swasth Bharat, an interactive community radio program which aims to empower the general masses about the facilities they have access to and the government schemes which are there to help them. The third one, viral print ad campaign like the Balbir Pasha AIDS campaign along with poster ads in association with Amul India. Fourth one, to engage everyone involved in the value chain of the patient, we leverage opinion leadership, that is word of mouth, by the pharmacists, pathologists, Anganwadi workers, neonatologists, pediatricians, village panchayat heads, and we rope in organizations like Rotary International. The last, to help mobilize the urban masses, we leverage penetration of social media, propose #Netra Suraksha campaign. In phase 2, which is running parallel and beyond, with an objective of introducing intermediary diagnosers for reducing time wastage of ophthalmologists, we leverage the technology of telemedicine. We use digital retinal image transfer by fundus on phone technology by roping in mobilizers like post and undergrad medical students who are on mandatory rural service, ASHA workers and Rajnikant fan clubs. We believe that these local grassroots communities would have developed rapport and empathy over time with our target group and hence would be successful in implementing the proposition. Through our campaigns, we target a reach of 3.8 million people in Tamil Nadu. Variables like coverage ratio, geographies covered, and conversion ratio would be used in our impact assessment, which we'll be doing later. Regarding the scalability, these operations can be scaled up later in other states with high incidences of DR and ROP where Aravind has its operations. Thank you.
Every single communication piece has been in Hindi. Why is that?
So the thing that we want to communicate is, at this stage, we are using Hindi for our communication, but when we go in Tamil Nadu, we would be using Tamil. Later, if you want to scale it to some other state like Punjab, we would be using Punjabi.
You're asking for a 360-degree campaign, so TV, then social media, print, tie up with Amul. A lot of this stuff costs a lot of money, right? So have you thought about what would be the sources of funds?
We have mentioned tie-ups with, we would like to rope in these international organizations like Rotary International, Tata Sons and Lions Club International. So these organizations also do stand for a lot of these kind of situations.
Like you said that for the intermediate diagnosers that we can use postgraduates and undergraduate medical students. How exactly in a practical point of view would you go about doing that? How would you suggest?
We would suggest that first they have a formal training session because especially in ROP there would be administering, they would be dilating the kids' pupils. So they need to be trained well and then they would be sent to the field to do their work.
Because a normal undergraduate medical student wouldn't be familiar with the examining the fundus of a patient.
Sir, otherwise we could employ the postgrad students for a more technicality of the job, and undergrad people would be probably more involved in the logistics part of it. Although they would be involved in the technicality, but a majority of the stuff would be done by the postgrad students.
Brainstorming till 4 in the morning, almost continuously for 2-3 days.
And to get better insights, we actually talk to people from the lower socioeconomic.
We've talked to maids, we've talked to doctors. My father is a doctor. I've talked to my father's colleagues. So many people we have talked to, and we have gained a lot of insights. And all of these we have put in our presentation, and we just hope for the best.
After the break, catch Team Lake Runners face the jury. Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 8. We're in the thick of things at IIM Calcutta
where the first team has given its best shot, and now it's time for lake runners to show what they've got.
Based on our primary research, we listed down various consumer barriers and triggers that can be leveraged for our recommendations. An important barrier is that people procrastinate treatment of diseases until they start showing permanent damage to the body. Also, most of the medical staff at a pediatrician or diabetologist clinic does not know the possibility of vision loss due to DR and ROP. An important consumer trigger is the want of convenience. In the first phase IIM, we recommend collaboration with the state for financing equipment, setting up infrastructure within a diabetologist premises, and training of optical technicians to operate this equipment. In case of ROP, an ophthalmologist is necessarily required to examine a baby's eyes. Unfortunately, the ophthalmologist to population ratio is 1:100,000 in India. Therefore, we need to collaborate with state PGIs to encourage specialization in ophthalmology by providing scholarships on the condition of a mandatory stint with Aravind Eye Care. Finally, we recommend collaboration with premium educational institutes in the field of telemedicine. Such a feat was recently achieved by IIT Kharagpur, where a software for the early detection and risk categorization of DR was developed.
In the phase 2 Drishti, the major objective is to create awareness among the various stakeholders. In the rural areas, we propose events like Nukkad Natak, which will be in the collaboration with the NGOs, leveraging the actual Shakti Ammas, which will help in educating the rural community, and the Kan Khajura stations, which already has around 4.5 crore listeners. In the urban areas, we propose events like creating a hashtag on Twitter, which will create an impression on the mind of the youth, leveraging the important days like World Diabetic Day and World Premature Day, which will also help in creating more awareness, and organizing seminars in colleges, which will create a ripple effect in educating the parents of the children. Around 68.2% of the people we surveyed said they believe that the inhibitions would decrease if they have a person to guide them through the whole process. So we propose a buddy program so as to connect the patients with one another. We also propose a campaign called Aghas, in which the conferences would be held in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, which will bring together the doctors across the different specialities at one platform. And we would also like to have conferences for the technicians and the assistants, given their different understanding level and language barrier.
In order to achieve the last leg of our 360-degree approach, we recommend development.
Now you've got this catch-all media plan. There's nothing you've left out, I think, No, you left out outdoor. Sorry, that's the only thing that's left out. Do you think you need all this, or is it more direct contact which is required?
When we conducted a primary research over here in Kolkata also, then we asked people that would you be more influenced by having a national celebrity represent a cause like Amitabh Bachchan did for polio.
Don't you think there's a difference between Amitabh Bachchan and polio, because that's a national cause and national organization which hired him? Aravind is a private organization sitting in Madurai in Tamil Nadu.
Considering the number of cases, as we have mentioned, 58.5 lakh are just the cases that lose their vision for diabetic retinopathy.
That is all India.
Yeah.
Are you saying that is Arvind's catchment?
Once, it's like these are just the people who are losing their vision. There are a lot more who have not been diagnosed. So if, as you suggest, direct contact may actually be even more expensive, and that's why we want something like that has a greater catchment area, as you had suggested.
There are limited resources, right? So if you had to choose, you're saying I'll go behind building awareness, generate a lot of awareness. A lot of people want to get their eyes tested, especially the diabetics or the newborn babies. And then what happens? Doesn't it lead to a lot more frustration?
In this also, if we see DR and ROP, if we differentiate them, we think that addressing the problem of ROP is still more complicated and might require more time.
Sure.
Whereas for DR, simultaneously with increasing awareness, we think that we can also start the process of more infrastructure, getting more infrastructure, because as I mentioned, the fundus cameras or carrying out the examination, fundus examination does not require an ophthalmologist, while the same is required in case of ROP.
It doesn't require an ophthalmologist to capture the image, but again on the other end, the image needs to be read by an ophthalmologist to diagnose it. So again, the issue of meeting the needs will be there. So how do you propose to tackle that?
But at least we have this, we can at least use telemedicine, and we can send those images over to an ophthalmologist. He does not have to physically be there. Whereas in case of ROP, that is one of the major issues, that the person, that ophthalmologist has to be there for the examination.
Being a very consumer-oriented company, the case was very unconventional. It was related to Aravind Eye Care, and it required a different sort of strategy, a different sort of marketing techniques, which we learned through the process, through these months. I think it was a really exciting journey.
Alright, so the moment has arrived, and needless to say, we got to witness a close contest. And now it's time to find the team that has won over the judges. The winning team will receive a cash prize of rupees 1 lakh, and each member of the winning team will be fast-tracked to the prelim interview round of Unilever Future Leaders program to be a management trainee during campus placements. Yes, that deserves a huge round of applause. And for the remaining contestants, we will be giving lovely HUL hampers to them as well. Alright, so the team that has gone on to secure a position in the semi-final round of L.I.M.E Season 8, and also today's winner, is Come On Go. Congratulations. Well, with that, another interesting episode of L.I.M.E comes to an end. We saw some great presentations over there, and the challenge was fought in a true competitive spirit. Hope you enjoyed watching it just as much as we did bringing it to you. Until next time, goodbye and thank you for watching.
It was very insightful for us. I would say I enjoyed it because it showed us different dimensions to the solutions we had come up with. It helped us improve our solution, and it was a good experience for me.
And even if you think from a practical perspective, we gave suggestions, but the jury had a lot of on-ground experience and they would know the practical realities of it. So we got insights on what possibly could be improved in the solutions that we have given. And we would be really proud one day to see if at all our solutions are implemented. It would be a really happy moment for us.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.